Hey there everybody, Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new review day here on the channel each and every week, each and every Wednesday. Today for this episode, we're going to take a look at the sixth album from this, I always call them like a legendary underground heavy metal band because they were never really popular, but most fans who have been into metal for the last 40 plus years know who they are, probably love them, right? As I do. This is their sixth album. Cirith Ungol Dark Parade. And again, once again, taking their influence in the cover art from the works of Michael Moorcock, right? Great Elric. This is on Metal Blade Records, right? As you would expect. Let's take a look at the little digipack thing here. Let me get the booklet out. All right. And let's see. Cover painting by Michael Whelan, who of course has done all of their album covers to date. Got lyrics. There's the band. Of course, you got one founding member, three longtime members, right? I'll get into all that in a second. And then additional credits on the back. About the album. After our last studio album, Forever Black, was released, the worldwide pandemic hit, causing disruption to many of our lives. In our secret lair, we wove this audio tapestry of pain and suffering. Enjoy. Cirith Ungol is Tim Baker on lead vocals, otherwise known as the Aztec Death Whistle. Tim has been in the band since the late 70s, classic member of the band. Just interviewed him here on the channel not that long ago. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Jim Barraza on guitars. He's been with the band since the late 80s. However, it was just announced that Jim has since left the band due to health issues, ongoing health issues. Ironically enough, the band originally stated they were going to continue on without him promoting the record, but then all of a sudden they announced that after this year they would no longer tour, or after next year they would be done touring. That's it. They're no longer going to be playing live shows, which is kind of sad, right? Greg Lindstrom on guitars, longtime member of the band. He was in early incarnations of the band, left before their peak 80s period, but has since come back into the band on guitars. Jarvis Leatherby on bass. He's fairly new-ish to the band. Jarvis has been in the band since 2016. And then, of course, Robert Garvin, founding member and drummer, has been with them every step of the way on drums and percussion. So that's the lineup. That's the story here. As far as the album goes, man, this is terrific. If you happen to see my interview with Tim a month or so ago, I actually got early access to this album digitally, and before I spoke to Tim Baker, I had a chance to listen to it twice and was very impressed, and then I just got the CD in recently, and I'm even more impressed. Yeah, this is a really good album. So, Cirith Ungol's music, I guess you could call it traditional American heavy metal mixed with power metal mixed with doom. But they kind of don't really sound like any of those things. Cirith Ungol has always had their own sound. They also borrow a bit from like 70s prog rock at times. You know, kind of like Manila Road. Cirith Ungol are one of those like American bands who just forged their own sound. They're very unique. It's traditional American heavy metal, but it draws on some other influences, and ultimately you have the two unique vocalists, and Mark Shelton and Tim, who just don't sound like anybody else. And then for some people it's kind of like a make or break thing, right? Their vocals are so unique, you either love it or you don't, right? I remember the first time I heard Cirith Ungol, their second album, I thought Tim Baker's vocals were totally grating, and I was like, oh my god, I love the music, but man, this voice. And then it just clicked with me, and I have really grown to appreciate his real gravelly style all these years. And he has mellowed a little bit with age. He still sounds very similar here, but he just sounds a little bit older. Maybe his voice is, nowadays Tim's voice is not all that extreme based on everything we've heard since like 1982 or so, right? Back then his voice was, wow, listen to that. Now it's just like, okay, it's not all that crazy when we have all these death and black metal bands and metalcore bands and whatnot who have done all sorts of screaming, growly things over the years, right? But back to the album. This just hits you right off the bat. There's a good mix of slower, crushing stuff with faster paced stuff, complex riffery and things like that. I love Relentless. Velocity is a great song that leads off the album. One of my favorite tracks on here is Sailor on the Seas of Fate. Terrific. Yeah, it's kind of doomy. It's kind of power metal-y. It's like a little of both. It's just epic sounding. I love the guitar tones on this album. The solos are great. The riffs are killer. What else? Dark Parade title track is great. Distant Shadows and Down Below, the last two tracks, are really crushing and heavy and dark and just intense. There's nice kind of changes of pace and key changes and tempo changes throughout the album. It's very varied. The vocals, I think his vocals are outstanding on this album, and it's just excellent, excellent, classic sounding US metal with doom and power metal overtones and just big riffs. I love the production. Just really, really good. And the band did produce it, by the way, themselves. And yeah, I really like this. 4.5 out of 5 star. Easy. It's funny because, like, for me, obviously I like the first album, Frost and Fire, but for me, King of the Dead and One Foot in Hell were absolutely terrific. I love those two albums. That was their 84 and 86 album. Paradise Lost, their return in 91. That's good. Forever Black from 2020 was awesome. I think this might even be better. As much as I love Forever Black, I think I enjoyed this one more, and arguably this becomes a top 2 or 3 album from them, I firmly believe. So yeah, Cirith Ungol, Dark Parade, Metal Blade Records. Check it out if you haven't already. It's a good one, folks. And if you've heard it, let us know what you think down in the comments below. If you haven't, go out and check it out. See if I can get I'll see if they got a link that I can send you guys so you can go check out the album in advance of this going live on Wednesday, so you guys have a chance to listen to it before we do the show, or before the show airs, I should say. So yeah, go check it out. This is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you for all your support on all 3 of those areas. They all help support the channel, so please do investigate if you want to help us out here. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. We've got, hopefully coming up today, we've got new Robin Trower coming up. This is what's on tap for the next week or 2 or 3. We got new Robin Trower. We've got new Rival Sons is also coming today as well. We've got new Joe Bonamassa, new Fleetwood Mac, Rumors Live. We got Whitesnake, the Purple album. We've got Hippie Death Cult, brand new one there. We got the new Lalu, new Tap, new Doomsphere, new Gail Elliott. I mean, all sorts of stuff coming in. And lots more than that. Should have a new District 97 coming in as well soon too, and a few other cool things. So yeah, lots happening. Metal, prog, hard rock, fusion, blues rock, all that sort of thing. We got them coming. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon here. I'm Pete Pardo. Take care. Bye-bye.